Family in that province have buried relatives who died from the COVID-19 virus. The victim passing away Friday and her daughter-in-law dying a few days later. It's suspected that she was infected while taking care of the relative. ENCA's Aviwe Mtila is following that story for us. Aviwe, good afternoon to you. And this is a very sad turn of events for a family, but what it does is it takes us right into the heart of how South Africans are not only dealing with COVID-19, but also the aftermath. What have you determined today?
Certainly a sad day for the Soyizwaphi family after losing two family members 2 days apart because of COVID-19. Now today we got a full insight on exactly how those COVID-19 deaths actually operate. We got there, Jeremy, basically when the funeral started at exactly about 25 minutes past 7, but just after 8 o'clock that funeral had wrapped up. A quite undignified family, as the family members would put it, having just seen the body through basically being put there. But of course the hygiene measures, strict hygiene measures being taken into consideration, even from the funeral parlor as they were taking out the coffins, the two coffins from that hearse there, disinfecting the hearse itself, also disinfecting the coffin as well, as after putting the coffin into the ground, putting slabs basically of concrete over the coffin and also disinfecting that. But was really painful from the family, as I picked up with them, was that only a handful of family members were there. You'd remember that it's the death of an elderly lady, Nomakhasazana Soyizwaphi, as well as her daughter-in-law. Now, what really concerned the family was that the family of the daughter-in-law wasn't present there. Even her own mother wasn't present. No one from the daughter-in-law's family wasn't present. Another touching issue for the family was that the brothers and sisters of the elderly lady there didn't attend. So quite a really sad day for the Zoyizwaphi family, Jeremy.
And this is a story that we have seen played out in many parts of the world. The absolute agony for family members who've had to watch loved ones die alone. And the story that you're recounting to us today really brings it home, doesn't it?
Certainly it does, Jeremy. Certainly it takes you to the heart of how the COVID funerals look in these uncharted times that we're really living in now. You'd see even the social distancing measures that were implemented in that graveside. People basically scattered all over there. And as I could say, just after 5 minutes past 8, all that remained, possibly a sign of the funeral, that was just burnt ashes off the gloves, the protective gloves that people wore there. Quite a touching story, as you'd understand, that initially the elderly lady went in to hospital, St. Mary's Hospital in Mthatha, on the 11th of May, going in for diabetes, and being discharged a week later, going home, and then there being taken care of by the daughter-in-law. The family believes that that's when the daughter-in-law in fact contacted this coronavirus, with them both falling ill on the Sunday of the 24th, and the elderly mother being taken to hospital once again, to St. Mary's Hospital, on the 25th of May, later passing on the Friday after being confirmed COVID positive on the 28th. The lady, Lungiswa Zoyizwaphi, also falling in on that Sunday, taken into a public hospital, losing her life on the Sunday, the following Sunday, the 31st of May. Really, the family believing that the elderly lady must have contacted this virus at hospital, because they say that initially she was in for diabetes. But in speaking to the hospital a bit earlier on in a story, an exclusive story that we had about the nurses alleging that the hospital has a ward that basically houses COVID positive patients, as well as non-COVID related illnesses. Speaking to the hospital, they say that that in fact is not true, but determining by what we saw today, it really raises eyebrows, Jeremy.
Going beyond these statistics and trying to understand how this pandemic is affecting ordinary people in Mthatha, Aviwe Mtila, thank you.